Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on my single player survival series Build On. I am your host BJ, and we are going to start off today's episode here at the barn. The barn, for the most part, is completely done. Well, I shouldn't say for the most part completely done. That doesn't make any sense. It's kind of counterintuitive, but I think it's done for right now. Actually, did I do that on the other side? I did. I wanted to make sure I went ahead and put my dormers on the other side. And as we talked about in the last episode, because it's a little bit asymmetrical, I actually like the way that this really turned out. It's not exactly symmetrical. It kind of got a little bit of roughness going on in there. I ended up switching out some of the wood. I got rid of the oak that was on the roof and exchanged it for dark oak. And then I changed out the oak pillars for spruce, just so I had a little bit better contrast on the color. Everything was kind of the same tone when I was using just the oak. So I'm really happy with the way that that turned out. And as you can see, I got the beginnings of my protein food sources back in here. I got a little smoker that I just ran out, so I went to grab some coal, and I got some fish in there. And you can see I got tons and tons of fish. I do have my AFK fish farm now officially working. Oh, I can't put cooked cod in there. It doesn't work. I put raw cod. And I'll show it to you guys towards the end of the episode, I think. They're pretty much typical AFK fish farms. I didn't feel the need to show you me building that per se. Because you guys have seen plenty of those, and I just needed it for a food source for right now. So now I got myself some good protein, good healthy omega-3s going, and we've already got, these guys are kicking out a bunch of eggs for me. So we're going to be able to build the auto egg farm here, or auto egg farm. It practically is an egg farm, but my auto chicken cooker over here, I just don't need it right away because I've already got a really good source of protein in the fish. But now that we got that taken care of, the next thing we're going to work on today is our fiber source. We got to get some fiber, and we need some veggies and some wheat and some carrots and some potatoes. And so we talked about in the last episode, this is about where the windmill is going to go. And then all around this is where we're going to have our wheat fields and carrots and things like that. And a lot of times people, when they do fields like this, they'll do them all in wheat. But I like the variety. So I'm going to do all kind of 4 major crops in the game are going to be in our field. And then we'll have the path kind of going through it a little bit, back in through here. We'll have it coming up to the windmill. And then inside the windmill, we will be having a redstone version of a nano farm in there. So my super fast, check the cards up above, but my world's fastest nano farm. And I think this is a great place to build it, because then I'll have lots of sources to be able to come in here and do it. And it all kind of works together. So this will be my veggie spot. But before I get started on that, I need to go get a few more building supplies. I got some here. I got to do the base around this. I built this in my creative world, and it's pretty large. So I got a lot of materials I got to gather. And it looks like the sun's going down. So we'll sleep really quick. I'll go grab a few more supplies, and then we'll come back and we'll build the base together. And then I'll go ahead and do a time lapse for the rest of the windmill. And then maybe we'll do all the crops and things either off camera or in a stream or something in the near future. But yeah, let me go get some materials, and we'll come back and get started. I've got my materials, and I think we're ready to go. One of the things I want to do on this side is I want to make sure that I have enough slope kind of grass area on here to be able to get a couple of terraces of the veggies in before we get to the base. So even though I kind of set this up in the center of it, I think realistically this is kind of more along the edge on this side. And so, and then I think it's okay if maybe I go a little bit over this edge and a little bit over this edge back here. So let's go ahead and start with this being, actually I'm going to go ahead and take this out and take these guys out, because this is about where I want it to go. I think I want at least two of those up there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2 here. And I either want to go 1 there and then 2, or cut it back a little bit. I'm afraid this might get too big. Let's go ahead and do it here. This is a little smaller than I built in my creative world, but I think that's okay. We need 2 here, 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3. I'll go back and fill that in a second. 1, 2, then 1, 2. I think that's right. Yep. 1, 2, 3. I got 2 here and then 2 here. And I need a fair amount of room for the nano farm. It's 3 by 3 in here. So if I had made this sort of the edge of it, and then we had this being the center aisle right in the middle here, this might be a little bit tight. I think let's go ahead and make this just a little bit bigger. So go ahead and add that 1 right there, and then 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 1, like that out of the way, 2 there, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I know it's a little bit janky. It's a little bit hard to see right here, but it is. I think this fits a little bit better. So I can. That's still the center aisle, but now I've got a little bit more room here because I'm gonna have 3 by 3. So this will be the edge here, and then I'll have enough room for some sort of structure around that I can come into. 3 wide for a walkway, and then I'll be able to put the storage kind of back over into here. And so what'll happen is the farmland is like right here, and I'll be spamming this with bone meal. It'll be growing. It'll get captured in a cart down below that, carried over either through some sort of stream or hopper chain or something like that over to a dropper elevator or something on this side that'll then go into storage. So I can come over here, grow my stuff. It'll all get stored over here, and then I'll have access to it. Perfect. I think that'll work out exactly as I needed. This ends up being a little bit bigger base than I think I wanted, because this will be probably in the neighborhood of 10 blocks high for the base, and then another 15 or 20 blocks tall for the actual windmill itself. But I think this is going to work out. So let's go ahead and jump into camera view, and then we will build this thing through a time lapse. And we'll see you guys back here as soon as this thing is done. I ended up coming through and adding a little bit more detail, particularly to the base of it, and finishing up some of the stuff up on top. I ended up changing kind of the turret that the windmill comes out of from oak to spruce. The oak, just like it was on the roof over here, it ended up just being too light of a color. It looked too contrasty. And then when I got some of these dark oak logs in there, the spruce just worked better. So I went through and swapped that out. See, it's a little harder to tell in here. I added some detail. I added a couple of windows into this upper base, the upper area. And then the base, I've done a fair amount of work in kind of adding a little bit of detail. Add this entrance, this little kind of awning that comes over the entrance as you go into it. I will say that in general, I like the way that turned out. I think the scale works a little bit better in the design, or in this world, the survival world, versus how it looks in the creative world. The creative world, it just looked too big in that area, which is one of the reasons I tried to make it a little bit smaller. But the idea is I wanted to be able to stand kind of back over in here and have this thing, you can see the base kind of popping up above the barn, and then the totality of kind of the windmill component of it is up in this area. And then one of the other things that I had in the creative world is that this part was a little bit taller, and the windmill component of it looked a little bit odd. But you look at this one, and if this thing was turning, it would just barely miss that lower base. And I think that that's a little bit more in keeping with the scale of the Dutch style. And here, I'll go ahead and throw up actually a couple of pictures from some Dutch windmills that I used as a kind of go-by way to sort of think about the design of what this would look like. And one of the things that I ended up doing or deciding for this particular one is that I wanted the base to be more of this rocky foundation or stone foundation base with a windmill sitting on top of it. Even though there's a lot of Dutch windmills that have the lower area is more like a house and the windmill is sitting on top of the house, this ended up, as I scaled it down from the creative world, it ended up not working like I wanted it to. This feels better in terms of scale. The other one's like 3 or 4 blocks taller than this before this sits on top, and as a result, it feels huge. But as I kind of reduce the scale of this, these are meant to sort of be these structural components, the white concrete, and it just doesn't read very well. I think I might have missed a couple here. I got to put a couple right in there, but it doesn't read the way that it did on the larger version. So I think one of the things I'm going to try and do, the first thing I'm going to do is once we get into the nether, I'm going to go through and get a fair amount of quartz, and then I'm going to try and fix these with stairs and slabs so that they feel a little bit more like supports. Because with the block of concrete, it's a little bit harder to do. But I think with quartz, I might be able to make it work. And if that doesn't work, then I think what I'm going to do is at the similar scale, I might square this off on the foundation just a little bit and turn it into kind of the more house version with the windmill sitting on top of it and see if it fits in a little bit better. So this is one of the great things about Minecraft, and one of the things I really encourage people to do is to build something that fits your idea and fits your vision, but don't be afraid to go back and tear into it and change it later on, especially as things change around it. As I fill in this field and I start building the rest of kind of the larger city that I'm planning on back over in here and finishing up the edge of this, I think I'm going to have a little bit of an industrial district over here. I think as all those things fill in, I'm probably going to come back and want to change what this looks like a little bit. I might even want to change these over there too. And I'm not afraid to do that because there's things about this that I really like. I like the upper area. The lower area just didn't work out quite the way that I wanted it to. But I needed to finish it up for this episode and to show you guys that you're not always finished. That you can build it, you can live with it for a little while, and you can certainly go back and change it. That's one of the great things about it. But let's get inside here really quick. I wanted to point out a couple things. This ends up feeling a little bit smaller than it did in the creative world as well, which I think I like better. Because this is lower and the wood comes down a little bit farther, it feels a little bit different. But right here is where the nano farm is going to go. And it'll be in this 3x3 area. That's how big it is. It's 3x3x3. And we get this out the other way right here. And then I'll have some sort of structure around it, probably along this side, to sort of rein it in. And then you can come in. Actually, I have to come in on this right here. So I may offset this just a little bit so that it's in the center. But this is usually the one that you stand on as you're doing the thing. So I might move it over one so that it's on the center, and then you can walk into here and do it, and then build up a little bit of a structure kind of around it and make it kind of fit in a little bit. And rather than having the storage like I had over here in the creative world, I'll put it off to the side and find a way to make that work, which is good. It'll save me on materials, and I think it'll fit in a little bit better. And then maybe we'll end up having some stairs and adding a couple layers up into here for storage and things like that. I think this is going to work out really, really well, and I'm super excited about it, and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out, with the exception of, like I said, the base might be a little bit funky. So the next thing that we need to do is I don't have any slime, and I need slime for sticky pistons in here. Other than that, this is a really simple and straightforward build. I already have all the materials for it. There's very little redstone, and I've been mining a little bit more in the way of iron, so I've got, I think, like 8 blocks of iron at this point, which should be enough for me to get hoppers going, but I still have to get slime. So I am going to go wander around a little bit until I find a swamp so that I can get some slime, and hopefully I'll do it before dark. But first thing I need to do is drop some of this stuff off, grab a bed, and then we're going to go do some adventuring, I think. Yeah, and we'll see how it turns out. Well, that's fortunate. I forgot that I actually had a swamp. Like literally, here's the dark forest that I ended up getting most of my dark oak out of. The village is right on the other side of these trees, the starter village, and I think my spawn is about right over there somewhere. I totally forgot that I actually had a swamp that was nearby, but this is probably going to be somewhat on the dangerous side, clearly, with everything spawning here. I hope I get a slime soon, because if not, this could not work. This might not work very well. So far, tons of mobs, tons of creepers and zombies and skeletons, but no slime just yet. Oh, jeez. No. Oh, jeez. Where did you come from? Come on, where's the slime? I need some slime here. Sorry about that, buddy. Sorry about that, Mr. Cow. I didn't mean to kill you. Oh, jeez, there's a witch hut right here. And a witch. Oh, jeez. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be getting any slimes tonight. I guess we'll have to come back and try it again tomorrow, because I need that slime for my for the build. Oh, looky here. I got myself a kitty cat. I got my the best friends forever achievement. I guess if I can't get a slime, at least I got a little kitty cat. Oh, come on, buddy. Let's go. All right, I think you're my good luck charm because there's 2 slimes right there. Let's get us some slime. Oh, geez, don't kill me. Stay away from me, spider. I need the slime. Look at all that slime. That's perfect. Can you kill? Will you kill? Will the cat kill slime? All right, let's get this other guy over here because I think that this. Ooh, hopefully it doesn't kill me. Don't kill me. Last thing I want to do is die to slime. That would be embarrassing. Some big slimes. Give me some slime. Stay away, zombie. I need the slime, not the zombie. Not you guys, though. This is terrible. Just stay away. I need the slime. Stay away, zombies. I don't need you. Stay away. Well, they're getting closer, and there's so many of them. I might have to leave you guys behind. Just get the slimes I can and get the heck out of here. Man, I'm getting a lot of drops from these slimes. That's awesome. I think that's it. We got 18 slime. That should be plenty. Let's go. Well, this is kind of an interesting view. You can see the, look at that. You get the windmill over the top of the house there. That's kind of a neat view. I haven't seen this yet at dark. There's my little beehive. Oh yeah, look at this kind of peeking over there. See if I can get through here before I die. somebody hardcore. It was a bad idea maybe. I don't know. All right, let's get inside here. Let's get kitty cat. Come on, you can come inside with me. Let's get up here and get a bed set up so that I can go to sleep really quick, hopefully. It's not going to let me do it because of zombies or monsters nearby. Hopefully cat is outside. Let's see. Where are you at, kitty cat? Can I try it now? Oh, no. That might be the most precious thing ever on the face of the planet. I have not actually seen that in game. Now I don't want to. Oh, there we go. He's gonna rest on my lap. All right, that might be one of my favorite things in the game now. Cats have been really annoying in Bedrock because of the iron farms I have going. They spawn like crazy in there, and I've been having to get rid of the cats. But that's the first time I've ever had a cat actually lay on the bed for me. So that might be the sweetest thing ever. All right, I need to go get. Let's get some stuff built and ready to go on the slime farm here, or not the slime farm, the nano farm. Let's see, and here I'll show you guys this too while I'm in here. This is a lot of the drops that are coming out of the AFK fish farm, which is over here. I'll show this to you now just while I'm here, but it's sitting here, and an AFK fish, and then I've got a couple of those guys down there, a couple of chests to capture it all, and look at this, we got tons of books already coming in through here, lots of fishing rods, lots of bows, things like that. So right now I do have an Unbreaking Power 5 Punch 1 Infinity Bow. I also have, where is it? This one right here. So this is a Mending Bow, but I've got limited arrows, so I went ahead and made the Infinity Bow. But anyway, let's get building some of the components that I will need for my. Actually, let's go ahead and get the iron going. Here, I found a bunch of iron over in the swamp, which apparently I think iron really tends to spawn in swamps. It looks like. Oh, did I get that? Let's go ahead and get. Oh, so we got the dropper, we got the furnace. Now this is one thing I have to be super careful of. I'm going to put this in here because I have done a dispenser before with my good bow, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm going to be careful. Let's see here. I've got that. I need to make some pistons. So let's get these guys out here, get some of this iron. We'll go ahead and convert this over to blocks of ingots. Then I will need some wood. Let's just take, we'll take birch actually. Oh geez. Convert that over to planks. Iron. And see, this should be it. There we go. Got a couple of pistons. So let's see if I can get 2. Let's go ahead and make 3 pistons. And then I'm going to make 2 of them slime pistons. There we go, put those on top. So now we got those guys. Now I just need to make observers. Let's see. And I can't remember what the recipe is for observers. Do I need planks? I don't think so. That makes loom. Let's see. Will it show me observer through here? No, it doesn't. I could have swore that was something like that. No, that's just a dropper. Maybe it's with stone? I don't have any stone here. Okay, let me go get some more supplies and see if I can figure out how this works. I'm not particularly smart, apparently. I forgot that I actually need quartz to make observers, and also a fair number of other components that I would need for redstone. I'm so used to just having redstone around in the worlds I've been playing in that I took advantage of the fact, or forgot that I just didn't have quartz available to me. So I hadn't planned on going into, boy, these things are loud, the nether, probably for another episode or two, but I need that quartz to do the observer. So the end result is it looks like I'm going to be going into the nether now and hopefully able to get that quartz. The problem is that right now I have no diamonds at all. And so I cannot make a pick to pick this stuff out. So the only option I think I have is I can create another portal. I think there's another lava pool over here somewhere. I think I can create another portal using lava. Oh, look at that. There's diamonds right there. I think I can create another portal with obsidian with just water and lava buckets. It's a little more complicated, but I think I don't know that I've ever actually done that in game before, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. It makes me a little bit nervous having these things that can just land on top of me here. Now, let's see what these diamonds are. If I've got more, if I've got 3 or more here, then I'll go ahead and dig these guys out and go ahead and craft a diamond pick, and then I'll just pick the obsidian out and make it work. But if I don't have 2, or if I don't have 3, then there's not much sense in even trying. And there's only 2, it looks like. So I'll come back and get those in a minute. Let's go ahead and try this, just because I've never tried this before. So we're going to need to go 2 down, and we're going to need lava buckets. I found this a little bit earlier, and I've only got 2 water buckets, so I'm going to have to create a permanent water source over here. Let's do that. All I need is 2 buckets on either side here, and then I'll create my permanent source in the middle. There we go. And then we're going to need 2 of these. And I think that'll work. Yep, there we go. So I got the 2 lower areas. Now let's go ahead and take, let's see, think about this. I need it right there. So I need to do this. Put 1 there. Let's go ahead and get another lava. Put it right there. Nice. So this should work, actually. Like I said, I've never done this before in this particular way. I've always waited until I got diamonds to do it. So this is kind of interesting. I stopped doing that. Okay, so I've got 1 there. I just need another bucket. I'm making this complicated on myself. Get another lava source, put it in there. Ooh, I almost fell in. And water. All right, I just need to go up 1 more. And there we go. I think this is gonna work. I always wanted to try this like in a UHC or something like that, but I've never even thought about it. This is my first time creating a lava or another portal without actually having diamonds to create a pickaxe that can get obsidian out. So let's, yeah, this is awesome. I am a pro player, apparently. Let's go. I already created the flint and steel in preparation for this. Come on, stop that. There we go. All right. Again, I hadn't planned on going into the nether this soon, but I need that quartz to be able to finish my observers and to finish the nano farm. So here we go. Hopefully I don't die, because I hadn't planned on going into the nether today. Oh, look at that, even got glowstone. Oh, this is actually this is not a bad spot right here. All right, let's go ahead and get the quartz. That's enough for 3. Oh, I've got too much stuff in here. There we go, that's 3. That's enough for 3 obsidian, or 3 observers. Let's go ahead and just get a little bit more. That way, I think I'm also going to need, no, I don't need any comparators or anything like that, but let's go ahead and get a couple of just in case. All right, let's go run over here really quick, and we should have everything that we need now to build this. Do I have any bones? Yeah, I got enough bones to at least test the system and make sure that it's working. All right, let's go ahead and dig this area out. Now, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the farmland is going to be right here. And then I want to be able to stand right there. So let's see. I'm actually going to need, I can just dig some of this up, actually. That should work. Because I can do that on there. Now let's do our observers, and we got our sticky pistons, and I'll do that one here in a second. All right, so the first thing I need is an observer facing down, like this. Pull this one out. Dig down here really quick for an extra. We can put that there, sticky piston. That facing up. And we should have it clicking. That's good. Let's see, I should be able to make a lever to turn this guy off. We'll move this around a little bit, but right now, oh, I need to put that in a different spot, it looks like. Where can I put that? Will that work here? Nope. All right, we're going to pull this one out for right now. Again, this is just temporary. There we go. So we're going to shut that guy off. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make regular stone here. So I got that there. Put this here, that. I need a stair right there. I have this over there. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a stair. And then that should be facing this way. And do I have any? Yep, still got one bucket of water left over from our adventure to the nether. And then I can do that right there. Now I need my 3 dispensers. All right, dispensers 1, 2, and 3. And then we need the piston up on top. Oh, actually, first we need to put a why did that drop down there? There we go. Put one there. We need a solid block here, a solid block there. Stand there, and then a solid block here. And then this goes in front of that. And now we just need to put a redstone on here, like this. Put one there, crouch to drop it on top of there, and now looks like we're working. Now I just need a hoe really quick, and I have enough stuff there for it. Oh, I just need to put it here. There we go. Oh, I'm not going to do a diamond hoe, but at some point I will. I'm just not going to do it right now. Actually, with only 2 diamonds, maybe I should. You guys want to do a diamond hoe now? That way, when I wear this diamond hoe out, I will get the achievement. Should we do it? All right. Let it not be said that I have not made a diamond hoe with the first 2 diamonds I've ever had in my world before. Oh, but that'll work just fine. All right, now let's go ahead and get our bone meal out. I need 3 bits of bone meal here, or 3 stacks of bone meal. Let's go ahead and get the stuff out of here just for a second. Now I got 3 stacks right there. 15 is not going to do very much for our first test, but that's okay. Right now we just need to test it and make sure it's working. Now what should we do it with? Do we have any farm implements in here or any veggies? I don't see any. Let's start with wheat seeds and test these out first. The other thing I did is I also found a bunch more bones in my storage. So let's go ahead and put a little bit more bone meal into the dispensers here. This isn't going to do me a whole lot, but like I said, we're just testing it. All right, let's turn it on. And it's working. Sweet. And I'm already out of bone meal. That's how fast that goes. But I've got, I turned, 30 wheat seeds or so into 2 stacks, or a stack and a half of wheat seeds, and 36 wheat, which is not too bad for 38 pieces of bone meal. And there we go. So it's working. We got our nano farm working. We still have to do a fair amount of decoration through here. But the other thing I'm ready to do now is to go ahead and start hoeing out all this area and start planting my wheat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, I think between episodes, and on a live stream here in the next week or so. And the next episode, I think we will get into either creating a proper mine shaft down into our mine and getting some proper mining going, because we do need to get our armor upgraded. We need to get more diamonds. We need to do that kind of stuff. We may also go ahead and finish up. Maybe the chicken cooker might be another alternative as well. If you guys have any thoughts or ideas, let me know in the comments about what we should do in the next episode. because I have a lot of things I can do. Now that we've actually gone to the nether, we can start thinking about what we can do with that nether portal as well. Of course, we got to move that up here at some point, but for right now, it's okay where it's at. But there you go. Let me know what you guys think about how the windmill turned out down in the comments down below. I always appreciate you guys' feedback. And I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I really appreciate you guys spending some time with me. And if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. It really does help me out. And also, if you hang out to the end of the video and check out the end card, I have a couple of playlists on there for the rest of this series, for my truly bedrock videos, and for my tutorials. Thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate it. We will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.